Jai Siya Ram. So how does a trip to Varanasi actually help us in our spiritual evolvement or unfolding? And, you know, Varanasi is a place that is such a power center. Just by entering the city, things start to unravel. You know, some places ask for you to do more, and then other places ask you to soften. Varanasi is one of these places that really brings you right into contact with your stuff, with, you know, your relationship to what you think you know. Do you remember when Ram Dass first went there? He was so flipped out, everything right in his face. He ran right back to his hotel and hid under the bed. Not because something was so wrong about what was going on, but because Varanasi presses us to come right into contact with what we think we know about ourselves, our certainty, and in fact our uncertainty about this life, and you know what our actual unfolding is. That is part of the reason to go to Varanasi. Varanasi teaches us to be with the unknowing, to be with the mystery, with the parts of life that we cannot control. You know, when you see someone who has all the money they own in their hand going to the burning ghats to buy enough wood to burn their body, that is a kind of, it does a kind of correction to our own energy system in terms of what we value. And so this is why we put ourselves in these sacred sites, is to have these experiences, to communicate and share with each other about how do we begin to let go? How do we begin to make peace with not knowing, with this great mystery? One of my favorite quotes that I've been reflecting on lately from Ram Dass is, you know, can't we just put all of our judging and appreciations, can we just drop them and just be together? Like, be together beyond who we think each other is and should have been, and if you were only this way to me, we would, you know, let's just drop that layer and get down to what's real. That's what we can expect, just to be kind of stripped down a little bit and into something like this very essential part of our being emerging. And that's where the guru comes through and helps us to understand, you know, why we're in that place at that specific time, where all points have led us to be on this trip together. So this is part of what we have in store for us in Varanasi. You know, it's an unconditional space of surrender, a whole quieter, more essential frequency. And the shift begins right when we enter Varanasi, the sacred city, and your heart listens, and you can feel yourself begin to be held, not by me, not by, you know, our team, but with your direct connection with God. That's all we have to hold us. This is what we connect with in Varanasi. So on our Yatra, we'll be staying at Asighat, and we will have dusk till dawn with the Ganga. We'll practice asana and chant kirtan, japa practice right on the Ganga. We'll go for a boat ride on the Ganga. We'll go across to Sarnath and get to have darshan where the Buddha had his first awakening. Go to many temples all throughout Varanasi, Kashi Vishwanath, Sankatamochan Hanuman Mandir, Yukteswar Mandir, Tulsi Das Mandir, Anandamayi Ma, you know, all of these sacred sites We'll also travel to Allahabad, Prayagraj, and go to visit Dada Mukherjee's home where Maharaji spent so much time. And at that place also is the Sangam, the Triveni Sangam, where there's the Yamuna, Ganga, and Saraswati rivers. So we'll take Ganga bath right there. And then we go to Trichakut, which is the living place of Sri Rama's Leela, really of, very many elements of the Ramayana took place right there. And we'll do parikarma around Kamatgiri, which is the living presence of Sri Rama. So this is our journey, and there's space for a couple more people, and we're right now a group of 10. And so it's a wonderful size, small little group. We can travel around together, and I'm so looking forward to this sacred walk together. If you feel the call, please feel most welcome. And that's February 11th through the 22nd of 2026. Plenty of time to get you ready, but let's get going on it. All right? Thank you so much, and happy holidays, and Jai Sri Rama.